Hey, this is Dwayne, and welcome to Millennial Motivation. So today, what I'm going to talk about is buying versus affording. Okay. So what's it's like, all right, cool. So what's the difference between buying something and affording something? So if you can buy something, that means at that moment you have the cash value to obtain whatever you want in that moment. Now, a lot of buying decisions are made from impulse, right? You're like, man, I really want this. It looks nice. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna get it. But then what turns around is you can't really afford it because you look at long term. And when you start looking at the long term benefit of something, can you afford it? Can you afford this on a month-to-month basis? Can you afford this if you got to pay for this for the next 2 years, for the next 3, 4, 5 years? Can you afford to do that on a continual basis? And a lot of times, people, we don't think. We don't think. You don't think. I don't think. We don't think about the long-term cost of something. We're thinking about the right now. It looks good. I want it. I've been thinking about it. I want to get it. Right? But then 3, 4 months down the line, you're saying, man, I really shouldn't have bought that. I can't afford this. And then boom, there it goes. Buying versus affording. Buying decisions are impulsive. They're short term. Thinking of how you can afford something is a long-term commitment. It's something that you put up. When you can afford something, you realize you can really afford it. You put a lot of thought into that. You took time and thought about it. You go and buy a car, right? Car is a pretty big buying decision. You go buy a house, a pretty big buying decision. You're thinking, all right, cool, I'm going to have this car. I'm going to be paying for it for the next, say, 3 to 5 years. It's a brand new car. Now, say you're like, man, I really want a nice car, but I can't afford a nice car with the current job that I'm working. You can afford it. You can afford it. Because in the day and age that we live in, you can do Uber, you can do Lyft. You don't want to drive people around all day when you get off work. Do Uber Eats, do Caviar, do DoorDash. When you're at work, there's get around. You can rent your car out for at least 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day. Have somebody bring your car back to you. There's ways for you to make money. It just all depends on how you want to make your money. Cool. All right, you don't want to rent your car out for someone to drive, but you can still do Uber and Lyft. Ride people around for 4 hours a day. Make an extra $100 a day. So that means that if you're working during the week or during the day, and then after you get off work, right, you do Uber and Lyft, make an extra $100 a day, you're now making $500 extra a week, which turns into an extra $2,000 in your bank account a month. You can afford your car now because your car makes you money. Make money off your assets to afford the things that you want in your life. You want to go on trips. I can't afford to go on that trip because once I go on that trip, what about my bills when I come back? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Change your mindsets. Think about alternative means to accomplish what you want. Because at any point in time that you say that you can't, you've already stopped any other thought of it. Because you start a trail of no's and the reasons why you can't do something. If you can think it, you can achieve it. And that's not some motivational BS. That's the truth. Because we have the ability to do it. You see plenty of people flying around the world. You see plenty of people going on trips. You see plenty of people buying the homes and driving in the cars that you want. You want this stuff. You know you do. So give it to yourself. Okay? Stop making buying decisions and make more affordable decisions. Okay? Make decisions based on what you can afford. And in that moment, if you really want it, make a way for you to afford it. So going back, all right, so now you want to live in a condo. You want to live in a loft. I mean, I know I do. That's what I'm working towards. And you're like, man, I would like to, but with my current job, I can't afford it. Right? So what you do is you get a 3-bedroom condo. Right? You only need 1 bedroom, but why are you getting 3 bedrooms? Because those other 2 are going to allow you to afford that condo. Because you're going to rent the other 2 rooms out for $40 to $50 a night, which is going to be $80 to $50. I mean, sorry about that. is going to be $80 to $100 a day, which is going to end up being $2,400 to $3,000 a month. You can afford your condo now because the condo pays for itself. So what's going to happen is if you end up breaking even with a cost of rent for your condo, it's not bad. There's no cost of living for you now. If you end up making $300, $400, $500 extra, you wasn't doing that last month. Or, well, you wasn't doing that last year when you was living at your place. You're doing it now. That's what matters. Okay? Don't leave your past alone. Leave all that alone. What's going on in this moment when you're watching this video, leave that alone. What we want to do is we want to move forward. Let go anything that's behind you. Only think about what's in front of you, okay? And when you start looking at in front of you, start thinking of the alternatives, what's going on in your peripheral. Because there's going to be things that you miss out on because you're so focused that every now and then just look to your side, look to your left and your right, and you're going to find options that you didn't consider before, okay? So let's say, hypothetically speaking, you follow my advice. You sign up for Uber and Lyft, you get approved, and now you're driving a car that you want to drive. Don't think about wear and tear. Think about what you want in your life. Because life is short. Life is long, but life is short. And you don't live once. You live every day, but you die once. Okay? You live every day, but you only die one time. We don't know when that's going to happen. So why not live every day that you wake up to the fullest? Why not take the time that you're given to live the life and do the things on a day-to-day basis you want to do? So drive the car you want to drive and allow it to make you money. Nobody said you can't do that. Live in a place that you want to live and allow it to make you money. Nobody said you can't do that because you can afford it if you allow it to make you money. Take the cell phone. Get the nice cell phone. There's nothing wrong with getting the latest thing, but make it make you money. Because this is millennial motivation. I want to motivate you to live your life at the best quality that you can. Because a bunch of different things, quantity in life, doesn't matter. You can have a bunch of different things, but you can only be in one place at one time. You can only do and really dedicate yourself to so many things at one time before you burn yourself out. Why take and invest so much time into something that doesn't benefit you? Think about that. Now, if you're taking and living in the place you want to live and allowing it to make you money, kudos to you. If you have the car that you've been wanting to drive, you have your dream car, and it's making you money, kudos to you, okay? If you have the phone that you want to have, and you want to constantly upgrade it, there's nothing wrong with that. Allow it to make you money. Oh, well, how can it make me money, Dwayne? Well, create a YouTube channel. Make ebooks on your phone and sell them. Well, what can I do on the ebook? I'm not that creative. I don't want to be an author. Yo, why not tell people how to live a healthier life? Make ebooks on how to use organic products, how to make organic products. People want to be healthy. Teach people how to be healthy, and they'll pay you for it. They'll pay you for it. So what I want to do is, this is my second video. And, if you're watching my second video, I want to say thank you. And welcome to this journey. My next video, I'm going to talk about the differences, the pros and cons of aggressive income. Basically, the pros and cons of having a 9-to-5. And just one thing I want to leave you with before the end of this video. 85 to 90% of the people that work a 9-to-5 hate their job. Think about that. 85 to 90% of the people that currently work at a job hate their job. So, and they're spending anywhere between, on average, the average person works 8 hours a day. That's 160 hours a month of your life that you're spending somewhere that you hate, that you can't stand being. So, I want you to click in to my next video, and we're going to talk about aggressive income and the pros and cons of it, okay? Don't forget, like, share, comment, Dwayne, Millennial Motivation. Thank you.